Hey, what's that ward? Okay, we didn't get that. There you go, flex on him. Hey, we got one eternal rekindle. Good job. So we like the scrub new chroma.
Yeah, I've been using it because I saw in your video you said that to someone else, so I used it just for funsies, you know.
Okay. Yeah. On the gold coaching, yeah, he used it. Yeah. So you do a different clear, however. You don't do the scrub noob clear. You don't do the bottom side clear. What's your reasoning behind the clear that you do? So you can, of course, you're still top 2-3%, so you can still help other people.
Yeah, I mean, well, I would usually do it, but he warded my raptors, so he would know where I was if I did the clear, like, so top side wouldn't have to worry at all, right? Because like they'd know exactly where I am, and then I didn't think bot side was gankable, so like after I finished my raptors, like which would be my third camp if I did the normal clear, I would either have to go mid or like path top side, and then they know where I was the whole time. So I went around backwards so the ward didn't see me, and I saw top side pushing in, so I was like, okay, I'll go top side. Despite he told me not to come, that's why I went back to my wolves. I would have gone there after level 3 Gromp, but he said don't come, so I was like, okay.
One of my mods and friends in the Discord, she likes to play Nasus top, and I often troll her by saying, I'm coming to gank. She's like, I'm Nasus, leave me alone. And I think the best thing is with Nasus is just let them be. Let them do their thing. And I think this game, this guy really earns some respect. A lot of what we talk about is going to be about how you play around him. Now, you notice this ping on the minimap. They don't know where you are. So that was a good decision. Yes. My only question is, what you could have done is still done the Krugs, and this might have died as you were on the Raptor camp, so you could have actually, in theory, maybe not with Rengar because obviously face tanking all the Raptors kills you. If you sit in the bush and simply, with another champion, not Rengar obviously, get the Raptors to be dragged into the camp, they won't see you doing them unless they physically click on the map. So yeah, it doesn't show the Raptor camp moving, it will just show them. It will only show them if they click on it. It's the same with Herald. If it's warded in the pit, you just E it with Rengar over the wall, like here, and then it will come out. They won't see you unless they physically click on the map. So you don't have to do this. This is good with Rengar because you don't have E second, but if you're playing Echo or something else, then you can circumnavigate that vision.
It's funny they pinged assistance at his red buff because he thought I was going.
Yes.
And I was gonna go.
Yep.
But I didn't think he was low enough to kill. So that's why here, I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of I'm just stalling, you know?
Your whole game plan has been thrown out the window because of that one damn ward.
Exactly.
It's so important to watch the entrances, and you were, but at the same time, they just walked up and placed the ward, which sucks. And you don't have enough auto attack reset speeds to sort of clear all 3 hits. I think you basically were a bit lost for about 2 seconds, and then you knew, okay, where would I be normally? Okay, top crab.
Because I just saw Echo there, and I knew I could kill Echo.
Yeah. How much do you want to gank top? Oh.
I want to gank top. He pinged me not to, so I kept thinking about it, but I'm like, no way. Like, this is such an easy gank.
Do your business. Like, he's got no mana. The guy just flashed for some strange reason. That's an empowered Ebola into the bush. Hopsy scopsy. There you go. Easy. Yeah. So, the only time you gank in Nasus is in that moment. Any other time? No.
Okay.
They say after every Q, he should attack twice and then use his empowered Q, healthier clear and faster clear. Yes. That's it. Yeah. Make sure you're using your auto attack reset. Now, the only thing is, you get a very delayed Tiamat here.
Yeah.
So my thought process, we're gonna watch what happens. You get hit by the plant, you have to smite it. You do the Rengar trick, here we go. Make sure you auto Q to get the reset. So I'm just gonna let this play out. Okay, so the only thing I can suggest here is that now you're gonna go back and you're still not gonna have enough for Tiamat. Let's talk about your objective here. So you come out of the base, right?
Yeah.
We don't have Tiamat, that sucks. Where do you think Echo might be?
I don't remember exactly because I'm not in the moment right now, but I know he was like, he went bot side after like I got top crab. because I saw him, like, he didn't do top crab, right? He
No.
came and then he left.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he's probably clearing his bot side somewhere. But I didn't know if he did bot Scuttle. That's why I went to my Raptors first, because I thought Scuttle was gone. And then I checked Scuttle just in case, and it's there. So
Exactly.
I actually had no clue where he was when I was on Scuttle, though.
So he did the
I
same
thought
thing
he was
as
somewhere bot side.
you. Yeah, it's a good read. And because if he showed up there and you saw him, like 12 CS, you know he didn't do a full clear because he had 2 buffs. You can kind of predict what camps he's done. The only thing is, I think in this case, if you're gonna use Scrub Nude's Chroma, apply a little bit of the alpha. I think hitting this plant here immediately, and then saying, okay, I take this crab, would have been good, because what you have in mind is right. But I think that the Raptors and the Krug should be backup to your plans. Because you do the Raptors, then you go and take this, and of course you have to smite it to get out, and then you take your Krugs. There's nothing left for you to do now. You've sort of gone from this section to this section down to Krugs. You've done a triangle. You tried something in the mid lane, but you don't have enough gold left. So that the goal here should be, I need to get some gold income. I need to get a bone tooth stack. I need to get something going.
So and kind of bait it out.
Yeah. I mean, how confident are you? I asked this in the last question. How confident are you that you can beat, I almost said this 12-year-old girl because that's his name, but how confident are you that you can beat this Echo 1v1 right now at level 4 to 3?
Pretty good. Yeah. He's not level 6. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. And I mean, his W's on an 18,000 year cooldown, even though it does stun you for the same duration. But if you hit this and you see this is up, that's free crab. And
plus,
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry for plus doing Raptors is really bad without team. So slow and so inefficient.
Yes. So you want this to be as last resort as possible, because the time you have right here is time you could be doing something in the neutral, no man's land. If you imagine this to be World War I trenches, and the enemy territory where he is. So he's currently wasting his time on this. So what can I do while he's doing that will hurt him in the long run, but also benefit me greatly? So in this case, you're wasting, 15, 20 seconds dishing this out when you could have simply taken this and then maybe gone to look for something. You see? So if we play it, right, both vision, we put Fog of War back on. He misses W on the wolves. That's a good indication. This whole time, right, if you would hit the plant now, as long as it didn't hit this vision area of the control ward, it might remain hidden. Okay? So you could have done the crab already. Okay? And now you could be invading and hitting this plant onto him at wolves.
Yeah.
Now, the nice thing is your Janna is the ADC. 2-0. A good Eagle support right there. And usually I find Jannas like to rotate. Obviously, you have to read the map, right? In this case, your bot lane is a Caitlyn Janna. They have the lead. You've got pickaxe to longsword. If a fight were to break out, you have the itemization advantage. As well as the fact that he just took Stalker's Blade, you took 2 longswords. So again, you have the itemization advantage. But right now, you could have taken...
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's a big thing. People don't think about it, but for the Platinum to Diamond 4 to Diamond 3, like there's no bigger gap in elo under Master Tier than Plat 1, D4, D3. There's just... all 3 of them have such a big space. And these little recognitions can absolutely make a huge difference. Here, you simply take this, right? Now you can invade blue side. You hit this and you see him. 50-50. He either runs away, because he's scared, or he doesn't notice, and he runs down and you just kill him out of the bush, or you decide not to hit the plant and you just walk in anyway to set a trap. And you still have... you don't have any vision. But if you had vision, you could place it, obviously. I still think there's a play to be made here, I guess is my point. Crab into invade into what's up. What can I do here? I think I see a dead Echo.
Yeah.
And I see a Grump that you can take. Level 4 Grump. And guess what? If bottom lane then rotates, right? And you're here fighting him, you can leave, you have flash, you just go out the top side, and guess what? This pressure release on your bottom lane gives the Janna Caitlyn even more advantages. Which, the higher you go, will have bigger meaning. In bronze, it's not going to mean anything, but... well, no one's rotating bronze, but in this elo, as you start to get higher, that will mean something.
Yeah.
But I think first focus being this into invade, because you tracked him correctly. You think he's on the bottom side. He didn't take crab, he must be here. And as soon as you see that crab, that's the invade. Warpath.
And I definitely win a fight.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like me as Rengar, maybe not. You know, I probably miss everything and just die. I'm not. When I was a Rengar, I played like what 550 games only in season 4, my first full season. Like maybe then I win a fight, not so much now. But it basically gives him a total reprieve. And because of that, right, we can turn the Fog of War on because it's just weird. It's like shaving all your hair off, looking yourself in the mirror. Yeah. And now, you think, okay, maybe I can gank bottom lane. But imagine if even if you don't invade, right? Even if you just take the crab, and you hit the plant, and you shove him off, and you take the Gromp, and bot lane doesn't rotate because he goes topside, you now can just hop over the plant, hello, 3v2. It's a Leona, so it's tough. It'd have to be nice, right? It'd have to be well set up. And now you've done all of that. Now you can take your Gromp and your Raptors, and then you don't even have to because you can go back to base, buy your Tiamat, go top lane, go Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, Red, Krugs, level 6 bottom again. The flow.
True.
Does that make sense? Yeah, the flow. And someone says, I have to disagree with the D4 is higher plat except with a bigger ego. There are awful people with decent players. Disagree entirely. Only people in plat 1 would say that. No flame intended. But if P1s were diamond, they'd be diamond. Right?
I've actually noticed in my games when I have more plat players or high plat like plat 1 players, they're kind of like like they have an ego. They don't really talk. They don't say much. They kind of just try to do themselves. But I played a game with like there was like 3 diamonds or 4 diamonds other than me, and they were all like communicating, like shot calling, saying what to do. They weren't flaming. They were kind of like they were trying to win. Like you could tell they were trying. They weren't just giving up.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Yeah, there's a big difference. There is. There's obviously crossover. Nothing's black and white. Yes. Yeah, I know he's platinum 1, but he's not disagreeing. So because of that, because of the bottom lane show, you went back within the minion vision, by the way, because you see this little sucker is just showing you going back. This guy got freebie onto the invade, and you didn't get Tiamat. So I think right there, obviously that's not everything we're going to talk about, but in terms of early game, I think that's probably something that might be trending, and you should look to do more of. Because Rengar's about that stacking and then evolve and then getting the Bone Tooth, and really, people don't realize this. They think it's just to kill ADCs, which is, that's just a perk. The real job is to make sure the enemy jungler doesn't have fun. Just to kill everyone. And that moment was your
solo kill gold, right? Like the
solo kill experience as well, yeah. Rengar with Bone Tooth and solo kill experience is so nice. And sure, you could farm efficiently if there's really nothing, if you don't want to invade. I mean, all these things are true, but you didn't have a Tiamat, so I feel like using your advantage in that situation is very important. So now here, we're level 6.
I really messed up that.
Yeah. Yeah. That didn't hit. Leona hitbox, come on. Well then. Yeah, I think that's, you don't go for it. I mean, Alice.
I mean, even if I did, I literally face tanked everything into his win wall. So.
Yeah, I think in this case, Ellis says play Annie, but you see this ult is down. You know the Yasuo is gonna be down here. Just give it up, I guess. The problem is you don't have slots itemization. The lack of Tiamat for me is just so unfortunate because that's no control ward. That's slower clear. It really hits you, right? You notice it.
Yeah.
But even so, I think in this case you just have to go Krugs. It's too much darkness. Because at this point, Echo, if he was counter jungling you topside, which you saw him, his red buff was going to be up, so he was always going to sequence back to the red side, which means he would go back after that and come down to blue. So if you read the extension of the counter jungling, you know he's going to be here, which of course he was. I think once you see this, you just leave. But I understand why. Everyone's like, all right, 2v1, let's go. But there's no consideration for enemy jungler. Wind wall is the stupidest ability in the game. You waste your flash and your ult. Whereas if you simply did Krugs, you could have lane ganked bottom lane once your ADC came back. Or if she was still there. Annie, don't do it. Okay. So yeah, that'll be We'll say that's a mistake. The first one was sort of missed opportunity, not a mistake. And here as well, just give it. Because
see, that's what Annie said. Annie said to give it, but Caitlyn was walking around it so much. I was like, okay, like maybe we'll do, because I don't know. I felt like Caitlyn was really wanted to do something. I should have just left though. I shouldn't have like paid attention to that.
Oh yeah, you know, don't listen to the P1 macro calls unless it's reasonable. You say yes. Someone says something reasonable. Yes, I like you. I gank your lane. In this case, the Annie. But she's right, because she right now isn't going to be able to do anything. She has no.
She said that. Yeah.
Exactly. So she knows her lane state, and I think that's something very important for junglers, especially those looking to get that diamond crunch going. Understanding what laners want to do is also very important. And so in this case, for me, all of this is totally wasted time. So if you did Krugs and your lane was in a decent position, maybe you can ult to lane gank, right? Which is what you, of course, you want to do with your first ult. Same with Nocturne. Use that ultimate, get going, get some stacks. If that isn't the case, and everything transpires as it did, and you see this, you say, okay, bye. Why? Because now you can get your Tiamat, thank Odin, and then head to the top side and say, hey, that red buff.
Yeah.
Now I kill you again. Literally. Because Echo will take this, go back to base, and go for his red. Sorry, earlier I said he did his red buff. I meant red side. Obviously his red buff hadn't spawned. Blue into red invade. Thank you. You know?
Yeah, that would have been great.
And the thing is, you've reversed the field now, which is kind of what you want. You want him to start chasing. You need him to start chasing. Because he's Echo. I can't believe that thing still exists, but you know, that people look at his 50% win rate and think he's tame. No. Echo's still very, very strong. But because of that, you're forced into a bit of a tame position yourself. But again, I still think you missed an opportunity here, because guess what? This guy, look at him. He has ult now, but I think you can at least force the ult out.
Yeah.
I still maybe there's a play here to be made. I mean, this will depend on your ability with Rengar, how confident you are in your damage, how well aware of your damage spike you are. But you could.
I think I was afraid to invade too much because this Yasuo had like super high win rate. So I was scared to play around mid. I didn't want to play around mid.
No, you don't.
Would rather play around other lanes because
I agree with you.
Yasuo would come to me and just kill me.
Yes, he would. Unfortunately, you gave him that window twice. Both those assists
are
due to you. Yeah. Both those assists are due to you. You gave him Zeal and Bazooka, so now he can be perks. Whereas here, you could simply take this red and leave. Even if you said, okay, I don't want to fight, you could have taken the red already.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's we always must go hypothetical because I think it's very important for junglers to know timing windows. So like say this position, you see the dragon's gone, right?
Yeah.
8 seconds it takes you to go back to base, okay? So 8 seconds back to base. You respawn, okay? It takes you like what? 20 seconds to get to the 20 odd seconds to get to the blue. You know, he's here at this moment. So not only is this blue yours, because imagine you didn't rotate and died. Like, this is all happening 30 seconds in the past. You've already taken his red, you've hopped up for the wall, you've taken the herald. It's gone. You had to give up dragon, but what could you take in return? A red buff and a herald.
That's true, yeah.
Just by giving up dragon, you one step back, 2 steps forward. Always with jungling. Always. Like, I'm thinking at that time, it's like 9:52 now, and your Nasus is just stonks already. Here we go, baby. 177 at 9:53, 201. Here we go. The Doge. The Doge is gonna turn on, and I think there's one moment in the game where you do the right thing, and it's what wins you the game, but you could have done it 10 minutes earlier, and it would have won you the game 10 minutes earlier. Okay. We'll get there. So otherwise, the principle is good. In your situation that you can't really invade, I still think you should have, and I still think you could have taken this. Like, look where you are, and he has an even big gun to go near Herald.
Yeah, because after Dragon, he went to his Gromp, so I could have... Yes. I think with me dying, I could have even still gone to his red instead of my blue, and then done Herald, and Nasus would have solo killed Cho, and then he come to Herald if I need help.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't.
And you can even use it on the top plates.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
Because Nasus.
Because you don't want to remove that... Yeah, I don't think I would. I mean, I would let his lane be. Because the last thing you want is a Nasus. I mean, obviously he can do it, but he wants to wait a bit longer before he sort of goes into hard shove 3v1 mode. You know, like I think I would have tried to use it before 14 minutes on the mid lane. Because Annie roams, she has Electrocute, no Predator, which is unfortunate. But opening up the mid lane would be very big. But either way, wherever you decide to use it, it depends on the game state. It's hypothetical. But yeah, you're right. Straight to red, straight to this. Now you fall back to blue, Grump, Wolves, Raptors, Krugs. But we might see a bottom lane gank. That's a missed ult. No,
Yeah,
Caitlyn
they use both their ults. Yeah.
Caitlyn flashed, yeah. So you see that, good. I can see you see that, so good awareness there. Your ultimate is up. Here we go.
I knew MF wanted the kill, so I was waiting for it.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, if you had flash up from not dying to Yasuo, maybe you can steal something, but either way, this is good. Yeah. Oof, good. Now imagine if you had Herald.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't take the tower, but you at least get 3 plates. We fall back, and now the Echo is doing the same thing. This is almost like the first coaching. Guys, the rank should be on the screen, my friends. I'll make nice pretty ones. I'll make nice pretty ones for you, okay? Next stream, beautiful. This MMR is... Right? I got you. Next one. I'll make it pretty. Don't worry. Sorry, you guys are all used to the fancy effects. But you see, he does the same thing. He's like, oh, Rengar bot side. I will oh, wait, they're all gone. Again, this is a mistake by him. Well, what is he doing? Free Herald. You guys don't like Herald so much. So good. It's a Tyler influence. Doesn't like Herald, so no one likes Herald. Good vision.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So here, you can simply... So the red team's vision is this, right? So all you do is you stand here, you E the Raptor, the Herald, okay? And then you can drag it, and it will come out, and you can just start doing it from the bush. Jump in and out. Just make sure you stay...
Really?
Yeah, so you won't be detected. You won't be detected.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
I made a video about this last year, like a year ago already. A Peanut did it in a LCK game, and he just snuck it away, and everyone's like, "Wait, what?" Because it won't show the Herald moving unless they click on it. And Yasuo is too busy, like, how many things can I E and look fancy? He's not looking at this. And the Cho'Gath is like, well, this guy's eating me, that's not right. And the Echo's gone back, and he's
was
bottom
so
lane.
mad, yeah.
Yeah. You just pull it out here, and then you take it. And now you can go steal his red side jungle, and now you can use it on this. Yeah, you could hard push top lane with it, in fact. But you wanted Grump. I mean, Grump's kind of sexy in its own way. But it's not another. I'm not saying you did it wrong. I'm just saying, again, that's another thing you should think about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 Because the Echo now makes the first real move between the junglers. Which is, okay, Rengar's camps are down. Let me go back to base. That means he's probably just finished his red side, which means he'll go back top side very soon because he has the timers on it. That's why I hate global timers. It just told the Echo exactly where you're going to be. So he says, okay, free lane gank. He does it, he gets a kill. And again, you should be taking his whole side and the Herald. And this dude. No mana, just go ult him. I know he said no ganks, but I mean, your ult's up, no mana. That's a dead...
And there's nothing I can do bot. Right?
Dinosaur crocodile thing. Like, you just go kill him. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing you can do bottom side. So you're reversing that. We'll get into it in a second. But yes, exactly. It's like the... So I mean, yeah. Okay. Do you want... I won't rewind that. I'll just say you died.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, you gone died. And then they get your red side. You go straight back bottom side because you want the dragon, I suppose. Good. And that's, I mean, at this point, you gotta protect your jungle. Did you see the 2 moments in the game where I really think you 1v9 it? That level 4 Scuttlecrab blue invade into bottom lane gank, and then right there, taking the Herald instead of contesting the first dragon.
Okay.
That's total 1v9, yeah. That's 3 or 4 bone tooth stacks, a whole bunch of gold, and a dragon and a Herald. The nice thing is your whole team collapses and you get this. What do you want to do now? So we've talked about what you've done, what you could have done to really push it. What do you see on the map at the moment? Let's put it into your vision.
Well, there's his blue and the Herald, and Nasus is really pushing it in topside. Bot 2, but I don't know if Caitlyn dies right now. I don't know if they like go in on.
Well, it's not about what happens in reality. It's what you're thinking to do.
Oh, what I'm thinking. Okay, yeah.
Are you afraid of the Echo at this stage?
I think I am.
So we've let him get to the point where he now frightens you because he's Echo and you can one-shot a Red Volleyball. I'm not salty about something that happened yesterday. Not at all. I wasn't a 3-0 Volleyball that got one-shot by an Echo with my passive up. No. I hate Echo. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I didn't go to his blue, because I was scared of him because, yeah.
But I mean, you just ditch. You just bail.
I could have gone for Herald.
Yeah. Again, that thing could have been taken 3-4 times. Yeah. Especially seeing as you know full well, most importantly, you know full well that this guy's on his blue. Because you just told me he's going to come down to his blue because he's going to want to defend it. Because he's going to think that you are going to invade it. So again, straight Herald. Straight Herald. Now, Twitch chat, hello. Apparently there's a lot of you. I didn't need to know that. Anxiety's going to take over. So, again, like you do full clear, you go back. Okay, fine. Now we want to ult bottom lane. Okay. Rengar things. Leona things. Rengar things. Okay, Rengar things. Janna things. Wait, Twitch chat, we're gonna watch that in slow motion. That was beautiful. Here we go. The Janna tornado. Good, deserved. Okay. Now, in terms of your actions, I like that. So, when you reverse field, so you go back, you do full clear, you come down. Now you go bottom lane. It's very customary to ult. But again, this should have been taken. So, my play is your Nasus is going to start to do a lot of damage. Okay? This, I think, isn't so much a fault, more a sort of understanding that the mid laners that shove want to take jungle camps more than anything in the universe. They will probe. I think don't be lazy with your back here. Secondly, I see free experience. I think you should just move into the mid lane. Get these minions. Okay? Because what happens is you end up backing in a position where the Yasuo can simply push you off, right? Wasting time. Janna had to disconnect because that tornado was so amazing. She's back. We go back to base. Now look at this. Okay, so now they're thinking, right, this guy is huge. Holy, literally huge. Here we go. Now, it's Rengar.
No.
What are they gonna do? Okay, let's see. Now we're to the macro phase. What do you think you should do? Let me ask you that question. Oh, I think we lost our Rengar, guys. Okay. So, I guess it's muted, he'll be back. So, here we have a Nasus with supreme amounts of stonks. 417.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
sorry,
you back?
I
Okay.
accidentally muted. but-
Okay, good. What do you think you should do in this case? Because obviously they're afraid of this guy.
Yeah, so I think I should maybe hover him or go around Herald. I think, because he's really pushed up. So he may get collapsed on, but it doesn't look like they're going yet, so. But
I mean, he already killed the Leona.
exactly,
And
so.
the answer to a split push in most elos is shove. Try win a fight with the numbers advantage. This guy will take it very literally because of who he is as a human being playing Yasuo. There we go, double Q.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Echo exists, but they're tower diving. He's gonna have to ult out. Oh, he doesn't have ult, so he dies. Your bolo wasn't even gonna hit. Yeah, flex on it with the missed bolo. Okay, but he flashes anyway. Now Herald, yes? Please?
Yeah.
Okay, now
I do.
Herald. Way too
Pretty
late. You
sure.
should. Okay, they ward it. You clear it. Good. Nasus is taking the pressure away. I think
Yeah, I
let him
saw
be.
that.
Let him be. Let him be.
Like 1v3ing.
Yeah, just let him be. Playing around a fed person like this is super fun if you know what to do. Don't. Reset. Dragon's coming. Whew. Quick feet. You can grump wolves and back for Drake. How much gold do you have? It's a lot of gold. I think you should have backed.
Yeah, I think I
you
did,
should
but I
back.
think I wanted to, because I could have bought like one of the lethality items, but I was like, I think I should just get to Drake Because I've had so many games where I get to Drake like 10 seconds before it spawns, and we lose the fight because they already have wards and vision and stuff set up. So I wanted to be to Drake like 40 to 30 seconds before.
In theory, yes. In theory, yes. But what you see is an ADC, and I applaud your Rengarness of the situation. They must die at all costs. But at the same time, because this guy is now, he doesn't have pressure right at the moment. So split push needs to have pressure for there to be any playoff from it. Because he doesn't quite have pressure, and the fact that your ADC is also being caught out, you need to recognize this situation. Like I know all you see is this. Okay, Twitch chat, I know I zoomed in, and I know what you're thinking, but he just wants the hat. Okay, he just wants the hat. So he just wants the hat, maybe the boots. But you need to see this, because this is immediately. I'm gonna kill Miss Four. Oh wait, left field. Because you get caught out.
Well, I think I saw them mid, so I thought I could kill Misfortune.
I'm watching them only on the map. I'm watching them. I think you should have just executed.
That's true.
Because now look, the reason I say all of this is because now look, now your split push has pressure. So even if your team dies here, back off, don't ult. Don't. I know you want to, but don't.
Yeah.
Because they will have to deal with him. Because now they kill you, they kill Caitlyn, they're gonna kill Annie. Now the split push has no pressure because he has mid prio. But if you let them fight this out, they die, whatever happens. You back out a bit, okay? Maybe they take they're gonna have to go back. And now you have Herald pressure on mid or bottom side and split push pressure of yourself. You need to match this cadence as Rengar.
Okay.
With the
Herald. So okay.
Yeah. Because now you have pressure, but you're all dead. So his fedness is only good if you can actually do something. Again, now 500 stonks, 20 minutes. Okay, that's pretty much baseline. Should be higher, but it is what it is. Now, you guys lose a tower. You're gonna lose the dragon. You're now down 2 levels, I think. Or are you 13? Down 2 levels on the Echo. And your Nasus overpushed and died, but he got the inhib. So the Nasus saves you, right?
Yeah.
And now imagine at the same time if you were shoving this with Herald. Okay? And the importance of this is as follows. They will end up getting the Baron. Very soon. So now at this point, what are you just trying to hold on to your phone? What do you try to do in this situation? Let me try to understand. What's your concept in a situation like this where effectively you're useless, most of your team's useless, you have 1 fed member. What are you trying to do?
Trying to wait for them to make a mistake and play around Nasus.
Okay.
Maybe catch out the split pushers, because I still think I can one-shot people.
Yes, you can. However, I want to talk about your build. You knew this was coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go Ghostblade. Don't go Ghostblade against this.
But Scrub Noob's been doing it every game, no matter what.
Scrub Noob. Scrub Noob is like the faker of Rengar in terms of reactions.
I really thought about going Edge of Night, but
just go Edge of Night. You know, like it's okay. Like I'm old. I need Edge of Night because I can't play with fancy things like Ghostblade. But in your case, it's the winning condition. It does effectively the same thing. And for you, it's more important to be alive. So now you're ulted and zoned. But I don't know why everyone's top lane. In terms of macro, you've got a shoving lane, right? And all of your team is all of your team is here. All of your team are here? Yeah. The whole team's here. Okay? Yeah. English is difficult. And now he has said, right, I've taken top inhib, I'm going bottom lane, right? And I'm going to shove this. Match his cadence. Shove the mid lane. Because they will have to deal with that. And you're going to be in the elo now where this sort of macro decisions will have repercussions and ripples in the game. There's no reason for everyone to be top and you to be wasting your what do I call it? Your ult. But now I see good things, right?
Yeah.
Right. We have pressure top lane. We have Herald. I need to use it. Let's go. This is the right move. This is what you should have done 8 minutes ago when he was pushing top lane and you should have been shadowing him like you said.
Yeah.
And if you were shadowing him and took that earlier, you get this sooner, which means you get mid lane because they haven't taken any of your map. and then you can do the same play here. You see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you could have done this. You don't want to take an inhib too early, but I think in this case, you should be fine. Because everyone's over behind. I like that. Again, you ult, and now your team does the right thing. Okay? 2-man pressure bottom lane, top pressure Herald, inhib. Now we can shove mid. It's good. Finally. Everyone's in the right position.
I think I pinged them to go mid. I pinged them away.
Yeah, you wasted your ult though. I know you did it to probe, but
Yeah.
I know you did it to probe. But now the problem is because everyone showed on the bottom side, and they knew you fell back. Like, look at your map. Like, you didn't go back. You have 1,000 gold. You just took this. I think you need to go back here, reset, complete your itemization, and be ready to contest. But because you delayed your back too long to farm, you give it up. Do you like stealing?
No.
No, I agree. I think you should try stealing in certain games, but in terms of macro shove, you're fine here.
Yeah, I saw Nasus pushing bot,
Yep.
so I was like, no point for us
Yep.
to die.
Yep. No,
They
that's
get
fine.
Baron anyways.
Exactly. 2 inhibs, and now you can 5-man mid. Here we go. Play around your Nasus. But I mean, like, you die because you have Ghostblade. Like, imagine if you could eat the CC spell of the Leona. I mean, this is not a coaching about team fighting, so that's a separate thing entirely. But you should get this as well. Yeah, you do. And now you guys can mid. wait, I skipped. How did you get in that? Okay, you want the red buff.
Yeah, I think at this point.
Yeah, you're tilted a bit, right?
Yeah, I want to.
You just want to.
I wasn't going alpha enough early, so I wanted to, bring it in.
Gotta
later.
bring the alpha later on in the game. Yeah, I mean, they need. Look at this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, right. Twitch chat. I'm gonna skip. They hit the towers. They have 3 inhibs. They get the nexus. So for me, the biggest moment is entirely this right here. This is the scrub noob moment. Twitch chat. If you missed it, if you're just joining in, this is the moment where I think you exert your will on the game. Crab, invade, kill if he doesn't respect you. If he does respect you, take his Gromp, gank bottom lane.
Okay.
Back to base, get Tiamat, sequence Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, Krugs, level 6 gank the bottom side, take the dragon. Go back to base, straight to Herald, use it on the mid lane, now you live in his jungle. 3 steps.
That's awesome. Yeah.
3 steps. That's how you take over the game right there. Like, that sequence. Because you had read him like a book and you tracked him and your clear was so good early, that right there was exactly how you take over. And then phase 2 was right here. Give this up. Don't die to it. Go back to base. Go take his red. Take the Herald. Gank this guy with your ultimate. Full back. Blue, Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, Krugs. Use Herald on the bottom side or on the mid lane, depending on the map state. And you would have been 30 seconds ahead of the Echo, and you would have made him useless. I think those 2 things right there are things in your games where you feel like you lose control, is because you have a bit too much hesitation for how strong Rengar can be. Especially seeing as you main him and you know it.
Yeah.
So it feels odd to say it, but it's more like... don't be afraid to not necessarily go for the big play always. Like, the big play can simply be body language. I invade your blue, you're too afraid, okay, bye. I invade your red, I take your red, you don't want to fight me, okay, bye. Like, you don't have to kill him. If he disrespects you, you kill him. But otherwise, you just take everything that's his, and once you hit level 6, get a few bonuses, you just one-shot him.
Yeah.
But I think, like, those 2 moments right there are your game. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. And even then...
Everything.
Yeah. Even then when you said, like, UNP, you're like, oh... You pointed it out, which for me was good. You said, oh, I could have just done this, because I knew he was on blue, so I could have still done the same play. And that's the thing. Plat 1, Diamond 4, you're gonna have that forgiving grace period. Higher you go, the less likely you have that forgiving grace period. But for you, there was 3 moments, like this was the 3rd moment, that you can sort of dive top and kill this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any specific questions? That you had about the nature of the game. Obviously, for Rengar mechanics, you know where to go.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you covered pretty much everything. Nothing really crazy. Because in the game, I didn't really think about it too much. But then now, this helped a lot.
Yeah, here was the second thing, right? You know, like you did it again. He was decent. Like when you came back, this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You sequenced top to bottom. You did what you should have done. The only difference is you should have had the Herald with you, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
And don't use. I would say don't use your ult too up front, because I think there's a few times you use it and then they just run away from you.
Yeah, that did happen a few times.
Yeah, even with Ghostblade.
But I do tend to use my R not only just to kill people, just to like see where they are and make them scared.
Yeah.
And I guess apply pressure, because the cooldown is not crazy long. But I guess I could use it for better things, like to get Bone Tooth and whatnot.
You know, ideally that's what we want, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want to stack the Bone Tooth. Yeah. Exactly. And then I would say, you know, if you want to go Ghostblade, go Ghostblade, but against a Cho'Gath, Echo, Yasuo Q, Leona especially, I think you should have had Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed you build it every game, but I still think there's a lot of value in playing it a bit safer, because if you're dead, you can't do anything, right? So.
Yeah, I used to build the same thing, but instead of Youmuu's, I just go Edge of Night. I used to build that every game, just because Scrubney was doing that for a while too, and then he switched to this, and so I switched to it too. I was like, fuck it, but definitely, definitely would have helped this game. I should probably try and think a bit more situational in the game.
Yeah, so he spams thing to limit tests, because he's played like 10,000 games of Rengar. For him, spamming Ghostblade and Electrocute is just like a dream. You know, it's very easy. He knows how to play around it.
Yeah.
For most of us, we still need to adapt our rune set and our builds to the game we're in. Like same Kha'Zix players, you know, they're scum, but they have a bit more versatility. Sorry, Kha'Zix players, I side with the Rengar. But Rengar as well, you know, think about the Electrocute, the Conqueror, the trade-offs, Edge,
Yeah, I used
Ghost.
to take just Conqueror because it has so much more survivability than Electrocute.
Yeah, it does.
Like, late game, I will heal like with Conqueror so much compared to Electrocute. I can like stay in the tough fights forever.
Yeah, like, I mean, here you went Last Whisper, that's straight, normal. You don't need Grievous Wounds against that team comp. At all, I think. Yeah, no need. Yes, I mean, the rest of the build is fine, I just think, you know. You got 5 stacks of buckets in the end.
Yeah, I usually build Grievous Wounds. Well, I try not to. I try to ask like the ADC to get it, because I feel like I've heard someone say that Lord Dominik's gives you so much more damage versus the other item.
That someone is correct, yes. Like,
So
I mean, the guy knows damage output more than the rest of us combined, you know.
So that's why I try to ask,
Yeah.
but then there are games when they won't build it, so then I have to. But
like right here, I mean, you absorb a spell, a CC spell. But I mean, like in this situation, you could make a case for Conqueror, but I think the reason I based everything I said was because you went Electrocute. Electrocute especially, you need to make those moves.
yeah,
You know? And you didn't reach the phase where Electrocute was going to give you any trade-offs, whereas healing a Conqueror in this kind of fight versus this kind of team comp would have been very huge. Very huge, can you say that? You know, it would have been great.
I think I mechanically outplayed myself here. I feel like I W'd a bit, my empowered W. I used it right before Leona ulted. I could have used it once the ult hit to run away.
Yeah.
And I would have maybe lived.
Like, and if you positioned a bit better, you could have flanked as well. Because jumping into the front of this team comp, like, yeah, you just wait. Yeah.
See, I used it right before.
I don't think you live anyway. But you can maybe get to the bush.
Yeah.
Like, kite down to Annie, at least. And then try and bait out your CDRs until this, and then you can just jump on her again and she dies. Because he forces them to disengage, so if you used it properly, you kite into the bush. Now you can jump onto Leona, kill her, jump back in here, jump onto this guy. Yeah, I agree. You might have actually had a completely different fight with a Conqueror and a good W usage. Oh yeah. And then you would feel good. But otherwise, I mean, I think there's a lot of good things, and I've obviously seen your other games. You've had a good streak, so if we look, like you still won. You had a 12-2-6 game. Okay, that's a normal. That's a normal. That's a normal.
I played a bunch of normals with my friends.
10-4-9, 12-2-3, 16-11. Hey, we almost reached Exodia with this one. 15-3. Like, you've had some really good games. So I think in the games where you feel like you're not having control, it's because maybe you're being a bit too reserved.
I think it might be.
It might be too what?
That's what. It might be that is why, because I'm too reserved.
Yeah.
And I like Graves because he can be aggressive because you know he's got the tankiness on his E.
Yeah.
And like the time I played Graves in ranked, that was the first time playing him, but they banned Rengar, I think. So, and I didn't want to play Evelyn because I don't feel comfortable with her, like he said.
Yeah.
I played Graves, and it was actually like.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, if you're a good jungler, just play Graves. Very. Yeah, but look at this. Nasus makes plays, team throws. 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 Nasus TPs, team throws. This is the life of Nasus. You're lucky you had a fit Nasus, because if you didn't, you lose the game. But I think eventually you played off of him in the right way, and that got you the win. But I think the good news is you can play like that and see the windows of opportunity and know that you could have just snowballed this straight up, like escalating. So it's not like, hey, we're looking at you. Oh, you missed everything. You lost the game. You're 0-10. I mean, I can see from your KDAs, you know what you're doing. You're playing well. If you keep doing this, you'll be diamond within a few weeks at best. At worst, sorry. So.
Yes.
Yeah.